Okay, round 24. We kick off Thursday night's game with the Knights up against the Titans. Couple of outs for the Knights. No Daniel Safidi, no Clemmer.
They're big misses, Joey. A couple of big men. The one thing the Gold Coast have got is a lot of big fellas, even off their bench. Fodawaker, obviously Fafita. Then you got Tino and Wallace. I'm thinking a little upset here. They beat them earlier in the year, and I just feel like the Knights aren't going that well.
It's a danger game for the Knights. The last couple of years when they've been in contention for the 8, the last couple of rounds they've really struggled. So I'm going to go the Knights, but this is a real danger game. Live and free, you'll see this Thursday night. The early game on the Friday night, we've got the Warriors up against the Raiders.
The loss to the Broncos really hurt. It'll be interesting what that does to Reece Walsh's confidence. Doesn't seem like should hurt too much. And they've got Lodge and Sullivan coming back in.
I'm going the Warriors. I think the Warriors can win this one. They don't boot themselves, the Warriors. High completion rate. They get through their sets. High on discipline. So I think the Warriors can upset the Raiders.
What'd you make of Matthew Tomoko last week?
Yeah, strong.
Really outstanding, wasn't he?
Yeah, good player.
They've got Frawley. He comes off the bench and goes to halfback. And they've got a couple of backs on their bench. I remember at the start of the season, they never had any backs, and it cost them dearly when they had some injuries, especially that game against Penrith. And now they've got 2 backs on the bench, so I'm not sure what's going on there. But anyway, I'm going the Raiders, Joey.
Okay. Friday night, they're live and free. South Sydney up against the Roosters team that I thought they may have called you, Freddy, to come back and play. They've got that many injuries.
Brad Abbey. They brought Brad Abbey from Canberra. He's going to play on the wing. Lachlan Lamb has been named in the Senators. He's a good little player. He'll know what he's doing out there. Up against South Sydney, though, a couple of really big, big strike centres. Gagai, Campbell Graham.
I think Campbell Graham.
Big ass. No, he was named. He was
no Kaloa Matangi.
Suspended.
Souths are my absolute morals of the weekend. I think they win and win well.
You know what? I think the brain would say that, but the heart can't say that. So I'm going to go the Roosters. They're fighting hard, the boys.
Does Uncle Nick watch this show? Those paper bags that get delivered. Lots of money. Anyway, the early game, Dragons on Saturday, Dragons up against the Cowboys.
Both teams haven't won since their bye mid-year. It's been an awful run for both teams. So it's pretty much, I'm going to go actually the Cowboys. Taumalolo's back.
I'm going to go the Dragons.
Yeah.
No confidence whatsoever. And the 5:30 game on the Saturday, we've got the Sharks up against the Broncos. No Ronaldo on the wing, broke his jaw, which is a big out. And obviously no Andrew Fafita. All the best to Andrew. I hope he improves and gets out of hospital soon. Up against the Broncos, who, geez, they're improving all the time.
It's a home game for the Sharks, and they're playing at Suncorp Stadium, so that's a fair disadvantage. When I was going through the two teams, I'm curious whether Milford can back up what he did last week. He was fantastic. I was so thrilled to watch him play the way he did. But the difference I thought when I looked through the two teams was Will Kennedy. I think he can be the difference for the Sharks, and I'm going to tip them.
Milford will play well again because he's fit.
Looks good, doesn't he?
He looks lighter. He looks fitter. That's the key. He's got his speed. The key is with Anthony, when he hits the wall, when he's got that fatigue, if he's carrying an extra 4 or 5 kilos, then it's hard to keep that speed. But he looks sharp. I'm going to go the Sharks.
Did you like Metcalf and Trindle last week?
Metcalf looked really good. Trindle's got foot. Like all the Indigenous boys, we say every week, they know how to play. They just play without a safety net, backyard footy. Kids play touch footy, backyard footy. And then the game live and free Saturday night, the Storm trying to break the record of the Roosters of 74. Most wins in a row in a clubland up against the Eels.
No Sivo. They've got Wanga Blake and Blake Ferguson. should be on the right-hand side. I really hope they've fixed up their defence. If they have, they've won 2 of the last 3, Parramatta against the Storm, but it's really hard to tip them.
Yeah. Storm will win, but I don't think by too much. I think the bookies have got the Eels getting 20-odd start, which is a big start considering it's at night also, whether it's slippery. But the Storm for me win this one. But
Justin Olam's back and Kamakamitha's on extended bench. So if he doesn't play this week, I'm gathering he'll be back in the next couple of weeks.
The early game on the Sunday, who do you like, mate, Storm?
Storm.
Yeah. And the early game on the Sunday, one word for this one, Manly Dogs.
Manly.
And then live and free, Sunday afternoon, 4 o'clock. Well, 3 o'clock on air, 4 o'clock kickoff, Panthers Tigers.
A couple of big ins for the Panthers. Fisher Harris is back, and Brian Topo and Dylan Edwards, after a week off with the HIA, goes to fullback. So I'm going to say Penrith, who haven't really served up to the Tigers since Ivan left them, I don't think, and it's been one of those battles that sort of has got the better of Penrith sometimes. So, but I'm going to tip Penrith. I think it'll get agitating, but I think Adam Dewey's out, so that's going to hurt the Tigers.
Mate, the Tigers have given up. They got beat by 50 by the Sharks. There was outside backs running through their middles, beating 2 and 3 defenders. It was awful.
How sad was that?
By plenty. All right, let's go through them. Knights.
Titans.
Warriors.
Raiders.
South.
Roosters.
Uncle Nick. Dragons.
Cowboys.
Sharks.
Sharks.
Storm.
Manly.
Penrith. Good luck with your tipping.
All right. It's getting close to the end.
See ya.